Well, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Tamara, and today we're going to talk about borderline personality disorder, and we're going to talk about something that people who have this disorder often do. Something that they often do is they're constantly checking on you. And let's say it's a work situation, they're going to come up with excuses to come by your office every single day about something, sometimes more than once a day. It's a clue that someone could have borderline personality disorder because they're constantly needing to come by. I feel it's connected to their fear of abandonment. They want to see if you're there. They also attach to people too quickly. And sometimes it could be inappropriately. And so they want to come by, see if you're still there, see if you're still around because they're afraid of you disappearing and not being there ever again, because more than likely their brains formed around an experience like that when they were little, where someone was not consistent in their life, a parental figure, and so they didn't bond appropriately. And so when they can come by and see that, you're still alive, you're still here, you're still available, it gives them a sense of relief. But then as soon as you're out of their sight, they can start to worry about it again. And they can have multiple people that they're trying to attach to, that they can start to feel like you can save them, that you can heal them, that you can connect to them. But the main thing is they just want to make sure that you are not leaving them, that you are still there. The problem with this, though, is that they are never fully reassured. That feeling, that fear of abandonment never goes away. It's a constant nagging thing. I mean, can you imagine having to feel that way your entire life, where you're afraid of never seeing someone again? And that feeling is extremely terrifying to them. And that's why they check. The problem, though, is that even though it's difficult and upsetting to the borderline, or it gives them a sense of relief, at least momentarily, it can be very triggering for the person that they're trying to attach to, for the person that they're constantly checking with, because it's an interruption. It triggers. It can be upsetting, honestly, to the person who's on the receiving end of that. If somebody is constantly coming up with excuses to need you, to ask you for something, and it's every day, and sometimes it could be to the point where it's several times a day. Or if you're a friend and they're needing to call you constantly to see if you're still there, if you're still available, are you still my favorite person, that can be very draining. Also, the borderline can start to escalate and increase that behavior, which can create a lot of anxiety in the person that they're constantly doing this repetitive checking with, or excuses to see you, or excuses to need you. They're very attached to you, and sometimes it's like that person can't meet your needs. That person is a human being. The thing that can help is treatment, usually a very long-term treatment. They may need years of therapy to try to, heal. It's controversial because, now people are feeling like there is healing for borderline personality disorder, which is great, that there are things that they can learn to do to cope, to make things better. There's also medications that can help, that can take the edge off. But in the meantime, if you're someone and you're noticing that you have a person in your life that's doing this constant check thing, if you're in a work setting, you want to be nice, you want to be polite, but you want to keep it professional because you don't want them to attach any further than that. Like, okay, now we're moving into friendships and I'm gonna need you even more. Just keep it professional and be nice and just try to be objective about it. If you can help them with whatever it is that they're asking for, you can do that. A lot of times they will be nice back and respectful and kind, and it's just kind of a thing that helps them to feel a little better, and then they go on their way. If you're dealing with somebody who's a lot more difficult, they are creating all kinds of issues and problems. You may need to set some boundaries. You might also need to switch things up. Maybe, and this might sound mean, but not be as consistent with everything that you do, because they're looking for this savior, this hero, and you can't be that to that person. You'll never be able to fully satisfy them. And so if they are escalating or intensifying, you want to set boundaries. You want to stick with how you want to do things and how you need to do things. And don't let them derail your system, because sometimes they can be very demanding, but they're trying to get other needs met. And so it can be very jarring, taxing, intense, frustrating, hard, difficult. So it's like, while we have to have compassion for the person with borderline personality disorder, we also have to be compassionate for the people who are on the other side of that, who don't really understand what's going on, or they're feeling a lot of anxiety because of the behavior of the borderline. That's also extremely difficult. So this is just, basically to let you know, this is something that people with borderline personality disorders will often do. So it's a clue that they have it. Most of the times, just being cool, calm and collective, not turning it into something huge, keeping things simple, not being like overly accommodating, will do the trick. Everyone has the right to feel protected and safe. And by the way, if you know anything about narcissists or people with narcissistic personality disorder and you're curious about them, you can check out my book called The WORKPLACE NaRCISSiST, and it will help you with strategies and ideas and just helping you to understand that personality disorder better so that you can navigate with them in a more effective way. So check it out. It's on Amazon by Tamara Zyon, and I know that you'll enjoy it. So if you have any other suggestions on what things that you notice that people with borderline personality frequently do, and any suggestions or strategies or things that you do to help them cope or to help yourself cope, feel free to put it in the comment section. Definitely hit that subscribe button so that you know when I do more videos. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.